Hey guys, Tonic here. Last night the Fallout 76 PTS was updated, and with the update we got our first look at the new Atlantic City America's Playground update. This is the second part of the Atlantic City update, and it has a new questline, a new expedition mission, and some other changes. I just finished the new mission and some of the questline, so in this video we'll take a quick look at them, and at the end I'll give my thoughts on them. Now there will be some spoilers in this video, nothing major or anything. I only played about the first hour of the storyline so far. But if you want to avoid that storyline part, I will be adding timestamps down below so you can skip over it if you'd like. But with all of that being said, let's get right into it. Starting off, now when you open the expedition menu, you will notice things are a bit different here. Clicking on Atlantic City, we now have this little thing at the bottom, and here we can travel directly to that area for an expedition, or we can just travel there normally without any missions. And it's the same for the pit now, we can just go there freely without a mission. But getting started with the storyline, the Ingram Mansion has been renamed to the Rose Room, and it's been completely redone. We have all of these decorations now, and to get inside there is a loading screen, and it's an instance location. Inside on the main floor there is a casino type area, in the back here there's a door that we can't enter yet, and going back here and down the stairs we have the nightclub. There are NPCs sitting around and a woman singing.
The neon lights, forbidden delights, come have it all, right here in Atlantic City.
Hey, you got a great voice, lady. Wish I could stay awake to hear it.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you're speaking to?
Oh, shut it, Connie. You're always starting crap.
I got the right to say what I mean. Your fancy jazz is putting me to sleep.
Really? Now I don't know what indignities you and this country thrift store are forced to survive out here.
Hey, I scavenged these threads from Charleston landfill, fair and square.
You're living in a bubble, lady. The wasteland ain't no place for some schnazzy pre-war nightclub.
Get out of my club! Get out! Out!
Whoa, jeez Louise. You don't have to tell me twice.
By the way, your singing sucks anyway.
The nerve!
After this, the bartender asked me if I wanted anything, and again, if you don't want any spoilers, please do skip ahead. I'm not going to go super in-depth with everything, but I do want to talk about it a bit and show some of the quest. Again, I only played this questline for about an hour or so I'll only be mentioning and showing footage from that first hour. But from here, after some dialogue, he will ask you to be security for the nightclub. All we have to do is sit back and watch the show, and make sure things go smoothly.
I can't listen to this baloney no more. Let's light this place up.
God damn it! Everyone duck! Did you see me give the goddamn signal?
I smell a rat.
You killed the wrong man!
Well, that was
What?
invigorating.
God's name is happening?
They were simple instructions. How hard is it to follow simple instructions?
After the attack, we can interrogate the surviving hitman, and we learn that he was sent here from Atlantic City to take them out. However, Abby seems really shaken up about the whole thing, and we quickly learn that she is suffering withdrawals from a really strong chem called the Devil's Blood. This is a chem from Atlantic City, and it sounds like only those who are super wealthy have access to it, and apparently the withdrawal from it is really bad, so we have to figure this out. We are sent to speak with the dad and tell him what's going on, and I think he's my favorite character so far.
Well, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the Russo's Haven. How do you like the festivities?
But after all of that, we are asked to fly over to Atlantic City and bring back some Devil's Blood to stop the withdrawal. Once you arrive, things are a bit different. You will notice NPCs walking around, security, and the casinos actually have tons of people in them, which is really cool. They don't feel very empty anymore. But our goal is to find someone named Stanley, and our quest marker takes us to his door, but it's locked with security outside. And I thought this was neat. We have a few options for getting in. We can use force and attack. I think you can also use a stealth boy and pick the lock. And then you can also pass a dialogue check and talk your way in. So here we can ask for the Devil's Blood. and to get it we need to make an example out of a showman who had stolen some blood a few nights ago. And again, I'm skipping over a ton of stuff. In between all of this is tons of dialogue, scenes playing out. It's all really cool, but following the quest it takes us over to the boardwalk. And again, this area is a bit different. It has people walking around, people having conversations, there's even a store over here. But getting back to the quest, we have to go to the show. So getting inside, we have to investigate the backstage to find out where he is and what we can do to get back at him. I ended up impersonating a clown in the show. This was easily my favorite part of the questline so far, so I'll play a short clip from it.
This zany jokester never shies from a good gag, even at their own expense. But why don't I let them show you what I mean?
After that, we get the blood for helping out, and we take it back to Appalachia to help Abby, and after some dialogue, we are told to go back to Atlantic City for some other stuff. And that is pretty much where I stopped. And again, all of this was about an hour of gameplay, maybe a bit more because I was exploring and talking to everyone, and it seems like there's still a lot more to do. So overall, I'm really impressed by it. It's fun, the story is pretty solid, and it flows surprisingly well going back and forth from Atlantic City to Appalachia. Moving on to the new mission, this one is called The Human Condition, and it will take you to the flooded city center. As soon as I landed, I was immediately impressed with the location. It looks really cool, it's all overgrown, and there are these big trees in the city, vines on the buildings, and the streets are all flooded. It kind of reminds me of The Last of Us. It has that look to it. But once you get moving, you will have a quest marker that takes you to wipe out some overgrown, and you will stumble across a big battle between overgrown and auditors. After the battle ends, you will go inside and speak with Mayor Tim. He will talk a bit and give you the objectives, and then you can speak with Buttercup for your additional objectives, but I wasn't able to talk with them, it's not working right now. On the inside the vault, it's listed as a known issue at the bottom. But starting off with the normal objectives, I had to go to the shopping district and find some medical supplies. The walk over there was really cool, again I love the map, and the objective itself was pretty easy, they were all just scattered around the area. Then I had to go to the community center and activate some turrets. This area honestly was kind of hard to navigate at first. There are a lot of rooms in here and it's a pretty big building, so I kept getting spun around. But if you just follow the wires, they will take you right to the terminals, and from there you can just activate them. Next, the Overgrown launched a huge attack on the city, and you have to fight through it to find the Spore Master. Now, I thought this would be a really big boss fight. Usually at the end of these expeditions, you have a big boss fight, and it's not super hard, but it is a stronger enemy. And once I saw the Spore Master, I locked in with that and absolutely melted him. So I'd like to see the Spore Master's health buffed a bit. I was not expecting him to go down so fast. But with him taken out, all you have to do is report back to the mayor, and that completes the mission. I'd say it's about the same length as the other Atlantic City missions. You can do it pretty fast and it wasn't that hard. Lastly, this one is a small thing, but on the main menu, the scoreboard is now labeled as Seasons. And this might seem like just a small name change, but on Bethesda's website, the most recent article on Fallout 76 says this: players can also expect a new season full of rewards to collect when Atlantic City America's Playground launches this March. We're also excited to introduce some fresh changes to our season system to offer players more flexibility when earning rewards. Note that these features won't be available in the current BTS, but we can't wait to share more as we get closer to the update's launch this March. So it seems like seasons or scoreboards are changing in some way, and the part that really stands out to me is where it says to offer players more flexibility when earning rewards. Maybe we could see a new system where you can go back and unlock old scoreboard rewards. Maybe you can purchase an old scoreboard with items and work to complete it. Maybe it's something completely different, I don't know, but it is interesting and I look forward to hearing more on that. Overall though, I really like the update so far. I think this is what expeditions should be going forward, some missions and a quest line. I love that we can just go to Atlantic City and explore it without doing a mission. There's actually stuff to do now, like interact with NPCs, do some quests. You can just go there to gamble now without starting a mission. It's really cool. I was wondering how they would handle questing in an expedition area, but what they have now feels like it works pretty well. I really like it, and I think if this was how the pit was at launch, expeditions wouldn't have gotten so much criticism. But it seems like they did listen to those complaints, and now we have something pretty cool. It really makes me wish that we got a quest line like this for the pit. Again, the system is in place now for freely exploring and questing in these areas, and there are still some questions left unanswered with the pit. For example, we still don't know who the Fanatics leader is, and I just think there's a lot of potential there for a great storyline with the Trogs, Fanatics, and the Union. So I hope at some point we get a short quest line with the Pit. But I'd love to know what you think about it. Does this Atlantic City Part 2 look good? Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Please let me know down in the comments below. And that is pretty much going to be it for this video, so I would like to say thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of the channel members: Mizader, Ed Vale, Joe Pervincente, Turkey Maker, Ubi, Terry Lockridge, Radcon, Ice Cream Manny, Jays the Aussie, I Am Mr. Me Not You, Dr. Calamari, Argent Deer, Shaky Hands Workshop, Leo the Collector Plays, Loopy, Adam Steinson, Robert Kennard, CRM114, Theodore, Slappy Sauce, Omniprotus, Victrix, Axel, Kevin W, Anna S, Fallout McFly, Network Gate, Gold T Lanthar, Captain Awesome, Heather Henderson, Patrick Ruda, 20th Icefire, Bowser Double Frank, Christy Mellon Schwitz. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and have a great day.